What if the key to understanding the vast mysteries of life wasn't out there in the stars, but buried deep within you? Massimo Scaligero's In the Infinite of Each Being explores this radical idea, suggesting that every individual holds the essence of the infinite within their consciousness. It's a journey not of discovery, but of remembering, a call to reconnect with the forgotten truth of who we really are. Have you ever felt disconnected, as if something vital about your existence is just out of reach? Could it be that this disconnection stems not from the outside world, but from a lack of awareness of your inner self? Scaligero's teachings challenge us to shift our focus inward, showing that our true nature lies beyond the noise of daily life. The answers, he argues, are already within us, waiting for the moment we silence the distractions and turn our gaze inward. The book begins by presenting the concept of the infinite as an intrinsic part of human existence. According to Scaligero, modern life has distanced us from this truth, enveloping us in layers of materialism, logical thinking, and fragmented perceptions. However, through disciplined inner work, it is possible to strip away these layers and reconnect with the infinite essence of our being. One of Scaligero's foundational ideas is that thought is not merely a tool for processing the external world, but a bridge to spiritual reality. He introduces the practice of pure thought, an intentional, focused form of thinking that goes beyond habitual patterns. By cultivating this form of mindfulness, individuals can transcend superficial mental activity and access a higher realm of awareness. This first step in the journey is both simple and profound. Pause, turn inward, and begin to question the distractions that dominate your life. Are you ready to confront what lies beyond your immediate thoughts? The infinite may not be as distant as you believe, it might just be waiting within. The human mind, often seen as a tool for solving problems and navigating daily life, holds a much greater potential than we realize. Massimo Scaligero redefines the act of thinking, presenting it as a transformative force capable of unveiling spiritual dimensions. By training the mind to engage in pure thought, an unclouded and intentional process, we begin to unlock a hidden depth within ourselves. This is not an abstract concept, but a practical approach to dissolving mental barriers that obscure our understanding of existence. Pure thought is described as a state of focus where mental activity is stripped of distractions, biases, and emotional reactions. It invites us to observe our thinking as if from the outside, allowing clarity to emerge. Scaligero emphasizes that this practice demands discipline and effort, yet the rewards are profound. In freeing thought from its habitual patterns, we cultivate a space where the infinite can be experienced directly. This is not simply about thinking more, but thinking differently, with precision and purpose. A key insight lies in recognizing how fragmented thoughts dominate our minds, often pulling us in countless directions. These scattered tendencies disconnect us from the core of our being and trap us in superficial experiences. Scaligero challenges this condition by guiding us toward an integrated state of awareness. This journey is likened to shedding layers of illusion, revealing the profound essence that exists beneath. The practice of pure thought is more than a mental exercise, it is a gateway to spiritual awakening. By engaging in it, individuals begin to perceive life beyond sensory limitations, embracing a reality that transcends material existence. This shift doesn't require extraordinary circumstances or environments. It begins wherever we are, with the willingness to confront the nature of our own mind. Massimo Scaligero offers a roadmap for transforming thought into a tool of liberation. This is an opportunity to question the patterns we often accept as unchangeable and replace them with a state of awareness that aligns with the infinite. What lies beyond habitual thinking? A truth that has always been there, waiting to be rediscovered. The relentless noise of modern life often fills the mind, leaving little room for stillness or clarity. Yet, beneath this constant chatter lies a profound silence that can lead to deeper awareness. This silence isn't about suppressing thoughts, but about observing them from a distance, allowing the noise to fade naturally. In this space of quiet, something transformative happens, a connection with the infinite begins to unfold. Meditation becomes the key practice in reaching this state of mental tranquility. It's not just a way to relax or escape, it's a method of profound inner work. When we focus inward, letting go of external distractions, we create the conditions for the deeper layers of consciousness to emerge. At first, this may feel difficult, as the mind is used to racing from one thought to the next. But with consistent practice, even brief moments of mental stillness can open new realms of understanding and insight. The mind's natural resistance to silence can be one of the greatest challenges on this journey. Thoughts will continue to surface, often with a relentless energy. This resistance reflects the fragmented nature of our consciousness, our tendency to be pulled in multiple directions. However, learning to observe these thoughts without getting lost in them is the path to transformation. The objective isn't to eliminate thought altogether, but to cultivate mastery over it, to turn mental activity into a tool for awareness rather than distraction. In the quiet of the mind, there's an opportunity to experience the essence of being something that is boundless, free from the limitations of time and space. Meditation serves as a way to reconnect with this essence, allowing it to influence our actions, perceptions, and relationships with the world. It's a process of rediscovering unity with oneself and the greater universe, where every moment holds the potential for spiritual awakening. By practicing mental stillness, we begin to unravel the illusions that dominate everyday life. In these moments of quiet reflection, we gain the clarity to see beyond the surface, to perceive life with a deeper sense of truth and purpose. The silence within isn't an absence, but a presence, a connection to something greater, an encounter with the infinite that lies within all of us. In the midst of the constant flow of thoughts and distractions, many of us live disconnected from our true selves. We often identify with the roles we play, the beliefs we hold, and the expectations placed upon us by society. These external influences create a false sense of identity, preventing us from realizing the deeper, unchanging essence within. The journey toward awakening begins with recognizing this illusion and daring to look beyond the surface to discover what lies at the core of our being. The process of awakening involves peeling back layers of conditioning that obscure the true self. It requires a shift in perspective, from seeing ourselves as limited beings bound by external circumstances, to recognizing that our true nature is limitless and eternal. This awakening is not about acquiring something new, but rather remembering what has always been within. It's a return to a state of pure awareness, untainted by the noise of the world. The first step in this process is to cultivate self-awareness. This means stepping back from the constant identification with thoughts, emotions, and external events. By observing the mind without judgment, we begin to create space between the true self and the transient mental and emotional states that come and go. In this space, the essence of who we are can begin to shine through, revealing a depth of understanding and peace that was previously hidden. As this awareness deepens, we start to recognize the interconnectedness of all things. The illusion of separation dissolves, and we realize that the boundaries we once thought existed between ourselves and others, between the material world and the spiritual realm, are far more fluid than we imagined. This sense of unity brings with it a profound shift in how we relate to the world around us. No longer driven by ego or fear, we begin to act with a sense of purpose and clarity that aligns with our true nature. The awakening of the true self isn't an event that happens all at once, but a gradual unfolding. It requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to let go of old patterns. Yet with each step forward, the experience of life becomes richer, more meaningful, and deeply connected to the infinite. In this awakened state, every moment becomes an opportunity to align with the essence of who we truly are. As the journey towards self-realization deepens, an extraordinary shift begins to take place in the way we perceive the world. The boundaries that once seemed so distinct between ourselves and others, between the self and the universe, begin to blur. What once appeared as separate entities now reveals itself as a vast interconnected whole. The realization emerges that we are not isolated individuals, but an integral part of the cosmic fabric, intertwined with all that exists. This understanding brings a profound sense of unity, one that transcends the limitations of individual identity and connects us with the greater flow of life. In this state of unity, every experience is infused with a deeper meaning. Life is no longer a series of random events, but a harmonious expression of a greater consciousness. Every action, every thought, and every relationship is seen as a reflection of the larger cosmic order. This shift in perception doesn't diminish the significance of the individual, but instead enhances it. It reveals that the individual self is not separate from the universe, but a unique manifestation of its infinite potential. This awareness of unity with the cosmos brings with it a sense of responsibility. The realization that all things are interconnected compels us to live in harmony with the world around us. Our actions, thoughts, and words have a ripple effect, touching not only our own lives, but the lives of others and the world itself. In recognizing the unity of all things, we naturally begin to act with greater compassion, empathy, and understanding, knowing that we are deeply connected to every other being in every aspect of creation. This connection with the cosmos isn't an abstract concept, it is a lived experience that becomes more tangible with each passing moment. The more we align ourselves with this deeper truth, the more we begin to experience life from a place of peace, clarity, and purpose. The sense of separation fades, and we begin to feel the support and guidance of a greater intelligence, one that is always present, always within, and always around us. Living in alignment with this cosmic unity transforms the way we interact with the world. It brings us closer to the essence of who we are, and in doing so, it brings us closer to the essence of the universe itself. In today's fast-paced, material-driven world, the experience of disconnection has become all too common. The mind is bombarded with constant distractions, pulling our attention in countless directions and fragmenting our sense of self. In this modern reality, it often feels as if we are living in pieces, disconnected from the wholeness of our true nature and from each other. Yet, beneath this fragmentation lies the possibility of integration, of rediscovering a sense of unity within the self and with the world. The fragmentation of modern life is not just a superficial experience, it runs deep within our consciousness. The relentless pursuit of success, pleasure, and material accumulation creates a sense of imbalance. The more we focus on external achievements, the further we drift from the core of who we truly are. This external focus can leave us feeling unfulfilled, as if something essential is missing, no matter how much we accumulate or achieve. It is only when we turn inward and cultivate a deeper connection with our inner self that we begin to heal the fragmentation within. Breaking free from this disconnection requires conscious effort and a willingness to let go of the distractions that keep us trapped in the cycle of fragmentation. It is a call to simplify, to strip away the excess and return to what is essential. In the silence of the mind, the constant noise of modern life begins to fade, and we begin to rediscover our natural state of wholeness. This process is not instantaneous. It requires patience, discipline, and a commitment to living with greater intentionality. When we step away from the overwhelming distractions of the modern world, we begin to feel a shift within. We reconnect with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning, one that transcends the temporary and fleeting concerns of everyday life. The more we align ourselves with this deeper truth, the more we experience a sense of balance and integration. In this space, we can begin to act from a place of clarity and authenticity, no longer swayed by the forces of fragmentation that once held us captive. By embracing this journey back to wholeness, we rediscover a way of living that is not dictated by external pressures or transient desires. Instead, we begin to live from a place of inner peace and connection, where the fragmented pieces of our being are woven back into a harmonious whole. This is the path of true liberation, the path that leads us to rediscover the infinite potential within and around us. As we begin to integrate our fragmented selves, an undeniable shift takes place in how we view our life's purpose. The sense of being guided by something greater than ourselves becomes clearer with each step toward self-awareness. No longer swayed by external pressures or the incessant noise of modern society, we begin to move through life with a newfound clarity. Our actions, once driven by impulsive desires and external validation, now align with a deeper sense of purpose that resonates from within. Living with purpose means transcending the distractions of the mind and aligning our actions with the essence of who we truly are. It's a commitment to living authentically, to expressing our unique contribution to the world, not because we are compelled by obligation, but because it is in harmony with our inner truth. This clarity brings a sense of peace, for we no longer feel lost in the complexity of life's demands. Instead, we find ourselves moving toward what truly matters, guided by an inner compass that is unwavering. At the heart of this purpose is the understanding that life is not simply about achieving external success, but about cultivating internal growth and spiritual connection. As we shed the layers of distraction, we begin to see that each moment holds the potential for meaningful transformation. Our relationships, our work, our daily routines, all of them are infused with a deeper sense of intention when we approach them with clarity and purpose. This new approach to life doesn't promise a perfect or trouble-free existence. Challenges and difficulties will still arise, but our response to them shifts. We no longer react out of fear or uncertainty. Instead, we face each situation with the understanding that it is part of a greater process, one that is guiding us toward deeper self-awareness and connection. In this clarity, we find strength, not the fleeting strength of ego, but the enduring strength that comes from living in alignment with our true nature. Living with purpose is about reclaiming our power to shape our lives from the inside out. It's about stepping away from the illusion of control and allowing life to unfold in harmony with our deepest intentions. When we live this way, we tap into a deeper reservoir of energy, peace, and joy, one that cannot be taken away by external circumstances. In this space, we find not just purpose, but purpose. As we reach the final stage of our journey, a profound realization settles in the quest for meaning. Purpose and clarity is not a destination, but an ongoing process. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that once we've discovered our true selves, everything will fall into place effortlessly. But the truth is, awakening to our infinite potential is just the beginning of an unfolding journey, one that requires continual awareness, growth, and refinement. The more we learn to live from a place of inner alignment, the more we understand that life is not about finding all the answers, but about staying present in the experience itself. One of the most powerful insights on this path is understanding that we are always in relationship with the world around us. Our interactions, no matter how big or small, reflect our internal state. When we live with clarity and purpose, we begin to notice how our thoughts, words, and actions reverberate through our relationships and our environment. The energy we put into the world creates a ripple effect, touching not only our lives but the lives of those we encounter. This realization calls us to live more consciously, knowing that we are not separate from the world, but a vital part of it. Living from a place of inner truth doesn't mean we avoid challenges or difficult emotions. In fact, it means we embrace them with a greater sense of awareness. Life will continue to present obstacles, but with each challenge, we have an opportunity to respond from a place of authenticity. When we understand our connection to the infinite, we recognize that every situation, no matter how difficult, is part of our spiritual growth. Even in moments of uncertainty or hardship, we can trust that we are being guided towards something greater, whether it's a lesson, a deeper understanding, or an opportunity for healing. The infinite within us is not a static concept, it's a living, breathing reality that evolves with us. As we continue to awaken and align with our true selves, we discover that the process of transformation is never truly finished. Each moment offers the chance to step deeper into our essence, to shed old layers and reveal new aspects of who we are becoming. This journey, though deeply personal, is also universal. We are all on this path together, each of us contributing to the collective awakening of consciousness. As we move forward, it's essential to remember that our connection to the infinite is always available to us, at any moment. The practice of quieting the mind, of returning to the space of pure awareness, is always there. It's not something we need to strive for or chase, but something we already have within us, waiting to be remembered. The more we practice this inner stillness, the more we are able to live from a place of true freedom from the limitations of the ego, from the pull of external distractions, and from the false identities we've carried with us for so long. Living in this state of awareness transforms not only our own lives, but the world around us. We begin to see with clarity, to act with purpose, and to connect with others on a deeper level. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to live in alignment with the infinite, to embody our true nature in a way that uplifts ourselves and others. And when we live this way, the world becomes a place of possibility, a place where we are no longer constrained by our circumstances, but empowered by our understanding of who we truly are. Now, as we bring this journey to a close, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned today. How can you begin to embrace the infinite potential within you? What steps can you take to live with more purpose, clarity, and connection? The path to awakening is unique for each person, but it begins with the simple act of remembering that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with anyone you think might benefit from these insights. And if you have any thoughts or experiences to share, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear how you're embracing your own journey toward inner clarity and connection. Remember, the infinite is always within you, waiting to be discovered. Take the next step today.